Good morning. Welcome in. Welcome to the most underrated show on YouTube. Everything money, often imitated, never replicated. Wins and losses Friday. Let's go. Okay, let's do this today. I am doing well. Thank you, Don. Futures are a little bit positive, but I don't expect to see much going on today. I just saw this story. Adidas sells Reebok to Authentic Brands for $2.5 billion. That's interesting. July retail sales might be ugly, but let's get into some stories. Then we will do some stuff. Then we'll do wins and losses. Don't forget, I'm going to say this a couple times today. If you want to join the Bid and Ask Nation, today at 9:35, so 5 minutes after the show is over, I am going to be doing a Q&A. So any questions that you have, if you're new, this is your opportunity. Please read through. I want you guys to be reading through the Mobot just to get going. Frenchie just said, how are futures green again? Frenchie, I literally wake up every single morning and I just don't understand how the futures are green every single day. It's if you don't think that there's something wrong here, then you have a screw loose. There is something wrong with your brain if you think that this is normal. That's it's as simple as that. So that's that. All right, some stuff. Great. Yeah, I didn't know what we were gonna do. So all right, let's go to some stories. Let's start with Disney. Disney beats expectations. So Disney has been my stock of saying, how in the world is Disney at all-time highs going through the pandemic and whatnot? And here we go again. So Disney, there's such a large focus on Disney Plus. And what's the other name thing? Hotstar, which is in Indonesia and India. So revenue came in at just over 17 billion. They have 116 million Disney Plus subscribers. The average revenue per subscriber per month has dipped 10% over the year to $4.16, but that's attributed to that they have expanded to this Hotstar over in India and Indonesia. So They have more people, but they're paying a little bit less on average. So here we go. The company will release. I'm all about this new way that they're doing movies. I don't like going to movie theaters. I think they're gross. I know a lot of people do like going, and that's all you. I don't like doing things in public, really. The company will release Shang-Chi in theaters exclusively for 45 days and then add it to the streaming service. So I know that HBO is doing a lot of stuff where they're just releasing a movie out there on their HBO service, and now Disney's kind of experimenting on what direction to go with things. I would gladly pay $30 or $40 for a movie so I don't have to go to the movie theater. But that's pretty cool. So overall, the company said that it has nearly 174 million subscribers across Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, Hulu by the end of its third quarter. Oh, it will have. Okay. And here we go to the parks. This is the part that blew my mind. This thing just melted my brain. The parks are not profitable. Okay. Much of this profitability here, where's that? Here we go. In 2019, the segment, which is the theme parks and cruises and all of that, which includes cruises and hotels, accounted for 37% of the company's revenue, 69.6 billion. So all of that was shut down, and let's just call it 40%. 40% of the company's revenue was gone, basically, or they were bringing in 25% of that because they were allowing 25% of people into parks, and the company was going to all-time highs in the stock. So now we're getting to the point where people are back in the parks, great, but now the stock price just keeps going higher and higher. So this is what happens in overpriced markets. I don't know. Disney has the epitome of the stock that blew my brain during the pandemic. Let's just look at it real quick. Where's the internet? Here. Let's zoom it out to COVID. So this was COVID. Now, remember, 45%, where's my pen? 40% of the revenue was gone. And even if you want to call it, they had a little bit of that revenue, sure, they had it, but look at this. Look at this trajectory, just gap up. Look at this. This is insane. From a company that just started in April to start getting back their revenue, and they still said they're not profitable from those departments. But it's just wild, man. I don't know. We live in a really crazy world. That's all I have to say about that. All right, next story. Let's do Biogen. So I got an email yesterday from a friend that said, let me read what his email said real quick. All right. I just heard that the FDA is conducting an internal investigation about the drug. The advisory panel voted 14-0 against the approval of the FDA, correct? And the FDA went ahead and approved. Apparently the FDA, basically there was wrongdoing going on. And they rushed this thing through, and I think a lot of it had to do with lobbyists. So now the VA health system, which is just enormous, they basically said they said they're not using the drug. They will try to use it they will maybe use it on a case-to-case basis, but overall, they're not using the drug. The VA decided not to add the drug Aduhelm, it's actually Aduhelm, to its formulary list of medicines because the drug risks are on the serious side, have serious side effects and lack evidence that it improves cognitive function. If they gave it to the 150,000 veterans that are diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it would cost the VA more than $4 billion. Now, if it's $4 billion and the drug works, why not? That's perfectly fine. But the fact that this is a $56,000 a year plus additional testing drug with very, very, very little evidence that it works and very, very, very high evidence that there's severe, if not fatal, adverse effects. I mean, this is not good. So Biogen is standing behind their approval, but I know the FDA is doing some kind of investigation. So I've said it the day this was approved, and I'm going to keep saying it. I still think this drug is going to get pulled in the next, 12 to 18 months from approval. And listen, I really wish that I wish that this drug would work. Alzheimer's it's a very, very unfortunate disease. I really wish that it would work and help the patients, that would be fantastic. But the biggest issue with any brain disease, especially Alzheimer's, is you really can't do any. You can't. Obviously, you can't dissect the brain when somebody's alive. So all you can do is look at scans and stuff and go based on that. So the only time that you can really go ahead and look at a person's brain is obviously when they pass away. But at that point, the brain is so far gone that you didn't get to see the early stages of the disease. So that's what's so difficult about this Alzheimer's disease. So I understand Biogen's trying it. No, everybody's trying it, and what they're doing is great, but you can't just start throwing stuff and just. I mean, you're going to be hurting patients and draining them financially. So, all right, this is the story that I pulled up yesterday. Liquidity is evaporating even before the Fed taper hits the market. So this is going on that. I don't know if any of you looked into this. Marshallian K. Interesting. So this signal is obscure, but it has had meaningful signs in the past. Roughly speaking, it's the gap between the rate of growth in money supply and the gross domestic product, the indicator known to eco geeks as the Marshallian K. It just turned negative for the first time since 2018, meaning that GDP is rising faster than the government's M2 account, and the M2 is the measure of money supply that includes cash and checking deposits. So the shortfall comes from the expanding economy that's quickly depleting the nation's available money. Now listen, when we talk about this, it's not just we've had the Buffett indicator. We've had so many indicators that I can't even remember all of them. But all these indicators are just showing like what is going on. Then, like I said earlier, you just have futures going every single day. It's like, what is going on here? Anyways, put another way, the recovering economy is now drinking from a punch bowl that the stock market once had all to itself. So Marshallian K fell below zero in 2010. A year when the S&P suffered a 16% correction, a similar dip in the end of 2018. In 2013, when the Fed announced a reduction in stimulus, when they did the taper, that was the taper tantrum, sent the 10-year Treasury yield skyrocketing, and the S&P pulled back almost 6%. Of course, it recovered, though. Skeptics, however, are quick to point out the one big difference right now, which is equity valuations. Back then, the market was trading around 15 times earnings. Now it's 22 times earnings. 22 times earnings. So the Marshallian K has slumped into negative territory faster than ever before. During the second quarter, M2 money expanded 12.7% from a year ago, trailing a nominal GDP growth of 16.7%. That came after 4 quarters of excessive liquidity, where the spread stayed above 20%. So Marshallian K now shows liquidity is not only deteriorating, but actually contracting. And at a time when hopes embedded in valuations have never been higher, if the Fed can draw down QE in the next year without triggering a decline in those levels, it would truly achieve something remarkable. But we'd rather invest based on probability. So there you go. This is a good article, and then we'll get into some stocks. The Fed should raise rates to 5%. This is just an opinion piece. So this guy wrote this opinion piece, and he said the rate, let's see, what did he say anything up? No, nothing up in here. Okay, the rate is exceptionally low compared to similar periods in recent history. To understand why this is exceptional, one need to look no further than the Fed's own July 9th, 2021 monetary policy report. They cited the Taylor rule, which holds the Fed, that the Fed should start to set its target federal funds rate according to the gap between actual and targeted inflation. Dun, dun, dun. So basically what he's saying is if you do the math on this and go by the Taylor rule, you should be at a 5% interest rate right now. Even if we get to the 2% target inflation that they're saying, you should have a 3% interest rate right now. That's cited right here. So it's a lot of math to go through. If you want to read it, this is a fantastic article to read. But he's basically saying that even if we do something that is at 2%, like they're saying the target, the interest rate, I was saying inflation, the interest rate should be at 3%. And right now, if you want to go based on the Taylor rule, the interest rate should be at 5%. So, all right, let's do some wins and losses. I pulled picks this week. Let's see what we got. So if you want to join the Bid and Ask Nation, I will show you this first. So remember, 9:35, 5 minutes after the show is over, I am going to be doing a Q&A session for Bid and Ask Nation members only. Come to me, 30 minutes, ask me anything you want. So if you want to be in the Discord, $7 gets you that. If you want all the software plus Discord access, it's $26 a month. If you want to be in my tier, it's $76 a month trading, which we're going to go over pretty soon. All the software, obviously, it's pretty great. If you want to do a one-on-one session with me, 1 hour Zoom session or Google Chat or whatever the hell you want to do, $500 for 1 hour. And if you want to do a real estate deal with Paul, $10,000 for 4 hours. So let's get to some of these wins and losses. Can I go here? So here's Bogdan. AMD short 3.4%. So Bogdan is the shorting king. So there's a shorting chat in the Discord, and he's in there all the time. And if you guys want to learn to short, I've done multiple shorting seminars. You can watch them when you join. You'll get access to those. I'm sure I'm going to do more. Plus, you have 700 or 800 people that are in the chat that can teach you how to do it. Let's see here. Here is, I don't know who said this, but Roblox plus 2.5%. I mean, this is incredible. This is all in 1 week. Moderna skyrocketed. Go grab some. 4.4%. Let's see what else. NAOV 5.6%. Guys, these are all day trades, except for when he indicates swing. Coinbase 6%. So you can go and make some money on these things that I don't believe in at all. Palantir 2.6%. APHI 13% swing trade. This is crazy. Good for you guys. Let's pull up a few more. Let's pull up my girl Frenchie. GPS 19. This girl, she loves to swing trade, and she's very good at it. GPS plus 19.4%. ADM plus 12%. Bank of America plus 11.5%. Walgreens plus 5.74%. PWR really moved. That was a good swing trade if you caught that one. 11%. Love short 9%. Clorox, she told me this was a put, and it's unrealized, and it expires in December. So that is good. Let's see what else we got. Tim Tom Square 1% on a day trade. Roblox 1% on a day trade. mRNA Moderna 2% on a day trade. Let's see here. Roblox plus 4%. Apple. I love when people do this and tell me what the issue is. Closed too early. Thank you very much. I want to know why you lost. If you know why you lost, that's phenomenal. This person, what did he write here? Did he lose on any of these? Yeah, perfect. So this person's new. CRSP minus 4.5%. Entered too early. Didn't wait for both stochastic lines to enter the sweet spot. Thank you. You learned. American Airlines minus 3%. Entered too early. Didn't wait. Okay. Obviously, you're just a little bit you're trigger happy. Baba entered from a value perspective. Then I changed my mind. All right. So Hask, this is what I have to say to you. I think you need to paper trade a little bit because you need to calm yourself and just learn to paper trade. Half of the stream is advertising now. Hey Habib, if you don't like it, get out. If you want to come here and make money, then you can stay. Jazz minus 1.3. Entered from a value perspective. Don't change your mind. Entered too early. So hey, good. You made money on a CCL swing trade. That's great. All right. Last person, Horace, my man, Egyptian. Day trades, just making some money. Hey, Horace, I think you can stay in these a little bit longer. I think you can make over 1% in these, but these ones are looking good. Caterpillar, 1.56%. Great swing trade this week. AMD, great swing trade this week. So very good. Very good, guys. All right, so let's do some stocks. Send me your questions, and we'll get to them. And while you're doing that, I'm going to see if there's any earnings coming on Monday, but I think earnings is pretty much done. So we are finally done with earnings season. Yeah, I don't really see anything too notable. All right, so what do we got here? 3-month, 10-year, everything's pretty stable. And like I said, I think we're going to see stability based on, I think we're going to see stability just until we get the Fed thing. Hey, by the way, Fireside Chat tonight, 6:30 p.m. Seth is actually going to be there now. He canceled his previous engagement. So we have 6:30 p.m. We'll do that. All right. What do we got here? Give me some stocks. And I know I'm going to get hit with tons of stocks right now. So if you want to guarantee that I'll see it, send me. All money that you guys send is going to go to National Alliance on Mental Illness in Brevard County in Florida. So if you want to guarantee that I hit your stock, please send that and I will do it. But right now I'm just going to randomly pick where we're going. Okay, why is my charts not working? Give me a second here. Let me close this Epic Pen. Epic Pen always causes issues. Hold on a second here. Let me close this. Dun, dun. Let's see. Somebody asked what car I'm selling. I am selling my Range Rover. I don't want it anymore. It's just not fun for me to drive anymore. I don't know why. All right. Those aren't loading. So let's just go to Yahoo Finance and give me your stocks and I will go through them. And when that loads up, we will get to it. All right. Let's look at CCL. Somebody said it. Recent high is going to get hit by the Delta. You know what? I don't know. It's very possible that any of these can get hit by any of the let's get rid of this. I don't want that. I don't want that. Let me pull up my stochastic. You guys are going to have to give me a second here. I rarely use this and I don't know why this is not working. Must just be some kind of crash. But hold on a second. All right. I just need a stochastic on here. How do you find this? Stochastic percentage. I want 1 day. Candles. Perfect. Indicators. Perfect. 80, 20. Great. Perfect. All right. Let's do it. All right. CCL. So right now, CCL is trending down-ish. So with that, I do not think... Is it going to get hit by... Listen... CCL swings. I mean, you saw it yesterday, 2.5, a little over 2.5%. I think earlier this week it was like 5% or something crazy. So this thing swings a lot. But if you're just trust your trend with this thing. Don't go based on news. Trust your trend. But like I said the other day, CCL is a very hard stock to trade based on yeah, I know. I need trading. I should open my trading view now. CCL is very hard to trade based on a long-term stuff. It's just too much. All right, AMCX. We'll do that one. AMCX. Okay, full screen. Here we go. AMCX. Ooh, they got hit a little bit yesterday, huh? 5%, 5 point something percent drop. Looks like they're in a downtrend. The concern that I have with AMCX always, from a trading perspective, is the volume. Volume is rather light on AMCX, so and you got hit with that big candle. So see where your trend goes on that thing, and you can go from there. But why is this thing not working? I just want my charts. There we go. Perfect. Zoom out here. There we go. Okay, let's do AMCX. It's AMC, AMCX. There we go. All right, so with AMCX, yeah, you got to let this thing turn up on you. I mean, you got to be patient, get this in the sweet spot. But like I said, look, your average volume on this is under 500,000 trades per day. Not a big fan of that. It's just not my cup of tea. What else you got? Flowers. Let's do FLWS. Flowers.com. You're hanging at the 100, which is perfectly okay. But your volume has just completely fallen off. If I'm you, I'm just going to let this thing get up into this area and start trading it when it gets probably, unfortunately, over the 50-day moving average. But with that said, if you want to do a swing trade on this, you can absolutely do that and swing this up to $33 because your stochastic over here is looking pretty good and you're finally starting to get some volume. All right, what's next? eBay caught a nice run. Boeing, Sang, you got it. Let's see what we got with eBay. I did not. The software is so annoying. I will tell you that when it doesn't work. All right, eBay, let's see. So, I mean, Boeing, let's see. So Boeing is looking great, saying good find. Good consistent volume. I love that. And you kind of closed under your 100 day. So you got to be patient here. Let this thing get above its 100 day, but on the next engulfing candlestick, you can add to this thing. Cash, I know you're in here. Please put this in the watch list chat. This is something that we can probably grab on Monday if we just get a good engulfing candlestick. This is looking really good. Saying good find. Let's see here. H&R Block. I haven't looked at H&R Block in some time now. So H&R Block is looking great. Good. It's consistent volume. I like that. Let's get some engulfing candlesticks going. I think as soon as you break $26, you can add to this thing. But honestly, all you need is one engulfing candlestick, and I really like that. All right, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. Please drink responsibly. All right, so we're just sitting at a resistance point, and I'm just going to draw that line right across. So you can see that you're kind of right in the middle of that gap. You're kind of hovering here in some very small consolidation. You got a big volume day yesterday. I don't know what the deal was with that, but look at your trend. It's just really bad. So if you want to short this thing, if you want to add on an engulfment, you can, but I would add below this 59.65 number. Aside from that, you cannot be going long on this thing. Okay. The Tattooed Chef missed earnings. I would love to see what the analyst predicted on the Tattooed Chef. So if you were short on this, good job, and just please take your profits. But let this thing settle down. That's what you got to do. Just let it settle down. Let today happen. Don't touch it. If you want to day trade it, you can do that, but don't do anything from else. iRobot was, let's see. iRobot was back in here. No, it was in here. No, it was back in here when I was selling puts on it and buying the stock, and then the meme thing happened. So this was all the short covering. Or a short squeeze, I mean. So right now, I like where the direction iRobot's going in. It's trending up very nicely. So once this gets into the sweet spot, once this gets over the 50-day moving average, you can grab this thing. So Cash, please put this in the watch list and say swing trade, because this is going to be a great swing trade once we get over the 50-day moving average. I really like that one a lot. That's a big fan of that one. Okay, next, Sprouts Foods, SFM. That is a good market, I will say. Grant, because you said swing trade and specified, I will do Palantir. All right. So this is for sure sitting at some kind of support resistance level. And there you go, 25-day moving average. So this needs to get through the 25-day. I love the move up that's going on. Steve, here you go. I love the move up that's happening. You just need to get into the sweet spot. And over here, just notice that your stochastic is rolling over on you. Now, if this thing turns up, go ahead and go get in on this thing from the 25 to the 50-day moving average. I think that'll be a great trade. Either way, you got to be patient with it and just let it decide direction. But big fan of that. PLTR. All right. So what you have here is just a massive doji. And what a doji is you have a long wick on the top and a long wick on the bottom with, look, what is it? 200 million trades yesterday. Y'all, you guys are nuts. So it closed above its 200-day moving average, which is encouraging. Now, let's see here. For a swing trade, I think you could swing this, and I think you'll get it up to this $27 area, or you're going to get it down here. So let this thing settle down. Let there be maybe 50 million shares traded, 60 million shares traded per day. Don't be duped by 200 million shares traded in one day. That is not a true day of what is the sweet spot. I think I understand, but not positive. Very good question. See, these are the kind of questions that I'm excited to take in the 9:35 session. So the sweet spot is this region between 80% and 32%. So this area in here, that is the sweet spot. And the sweet spot is the place where you're going to have the highest probability of making money. All right. I saw a stock that I wanted to do. Oh, Gilead. That's what I wanted to do. Gilead is, so they did a little sweet spot reversal. Let's zoom out and see what resistance is at. Oh, we got a 50%er here. So actually, it's kind of two 50%ers. You got one there and you got one there. And here's your low. So this is, be careful with this. It might not go through that level of, $71 that it's sitting at right now. Even it had all that buying volume the last couple of days and it's kind of just running into it. So let this thing get going. If it can get up here, sure. But even then, take profits and keep very tight stops in place on that. That is what you need to do. Ben Franklin. What was the comment from The Office? When Michael Scott says Ben Franklin wasn't president, and the guy and the scholastic guy goes, "Well, I was never president," and Michael says, "I know, but the real Ben Franklin was." That's a good one. All right, so this has moved into the sweet spot. I think you should let this yellow line get up in here too. And if you get a good engulfing candlestick on Monday, or maybe today, but probably Monday, definitely Monday, because the volume is falling off. It's just going like that. So Monday, you'll probably get an engulfing candlestick and the yellow will be in the sweet spot. Then you can add, but just don't do anything until you get that increase in the yellow line. All right, I'll do two more stocks and then I'm going to get out of here. Yes, eBay. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, eBay is certainly a downtrend right now on the long-term chart. But this is a great example. So long-term, we're in a downtrend for sure. Short-term, we're in an uptrend. So this shows you where you can go long and short on the same stock depending on your goal. If you get an engulfing candlestick today that goes over the 50-day moving average, absolutely, go ahead and trade this thing. I think you'll get up here to this $73 range. If you want to short it, just wait for a big engulfing candlestick going down. And if you get a big engulfing candlestick going down, then obviously you won't be going long because the trend will change on the short-term chart. But that is how you can go both ways on with charting. So it just depends on your goal. Last one. I'm not going to do BABA just because it's very boring. There's nothing going on. Somebody give me one more. Oh, let's do Pfizer because they have gone on a hell of a run. They've created nice W formations. Let's see here. I'm going to do two more. So downtrend. Nope. Wrong. Uptrend starting to roll over, but we're still very far away from the 80% line. So if you're in this, take your profits, stick with it. No big deal. Let's see. I want to look at Moderna to see what that is doing. Okay, so that has definitely created a W. So I think that Moderna might hold here. Let's pull up a line chart real quick. Maybe not. So I always talk about W's, higher lows, higher. We're finally lower. So this to me tells me that this is going to maybe creep up a little bit, but it's going to start coming down. And it created a head and shoulders pattern. So here's your head, here's your shoulders. So this thing will come down in price. And I'm sure it's going to come down into these moving averages. So I think the run on Moderna is probably over unless something crazy happens. Take your profits on it. AMD is, I don't know. Be patient with this one. You saw the volume just go like way straight up and then just straight down. So you can tell that. See, just straight up and then it just came straight down. So with with AMD, take your profits. Be patient. Let some kind of direction change. But all right, guys, that's it for today. That's it for the morning show. I will see you guys in a couple minutes in the Bid and Ask Nation on the private live stream. And the link should be somewhere in the Discord. And also, all patrons, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time tonight, the fireside chat with me, Seth, and Paul. That's it. You guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.